everything that is happening as a result of this movement sort of within Greek life at UVA is encouraging, but nowhere near enough.
A lack of response to the Black Lives Matter movement from their peers has Black members of predominantly white fraternities and sororities reflecting on racist experiences they've had in Greek life.
Can I touch your hair? Have you ever straightened your hair? Can I straighten your hair for you? And then when it is straight, oh, I like it straight, or oh, you should definitely just stay with it curly, or offering opinions on how I should dress and present myself that they would not offer other people.
Anytime music comes up, and especially rap, like they'll expect me to dance.
My skin was edited to be lighter in a composite in my sorority, and my friend who was next to me in that composite, who is white, who had a fake tan, was actually darker than I was in the photo.
First year during Rush, I had my roommate Avery, who's also Black. So me and him were both like going into like fraternities, looking at different fraternities, and I've had like multiple instances where like both like the brothers wouldn't recognize like each of us, even though we're like distinct, like two different colors. Like he's a lot darker than me, and like he has like a way different hairstyle than me.
I've been called the token diversity in my sorority a lot.
Obviously people calling like minorities just like having a token minority.
I think the majority of the microaggressions that I've experienced in Greek life are ones that you experience everywhere else. It's just the frequency is much higher.
I guess it's just those simple like microaggressions that like most people wouldn't like really think about, but it's just the repetitive like action that happens, like occurrence over and over again, like that eventually like leads people, especially Black people, to like eventually not like associate themselves with Greek life.
For what reasons do you feel it important to stick around and actually make the change instead of just walking away?
I do understand students who don't feel like comfortable and more than likely just leave the Greek life. I feel like standing up for it and making your stand and telling, no, this is not right, or we have to make a change. I feel like that's the best way to go for it.
I have disassociated from my sorority. I would like whatever I'm doing now to be continued by people who are still in Greek life and actively trying to diversify it.
Estee and Napoleon are among a group of Black members who drafted a pledge to circulate on social media and hold their peers accountable for perpetuating racism in Greek life.
I'm not the type of person who feels comfortable sitting silent when something unjust is happening. So I wanted to give members of the Greek community at UVA the words that they needed to explain what they were feeling. Because I think a lot of, especially white people at the moment, are very concerned about saying the wrong thing. And so I wanted to give them an example of something they could say and think about.
By making the pledge and by allowing other brothers who may not be Black but also support the movement to voice their opinion, saying, although I may have not spoken out against it earlier, I'm in full stand with Napoleon and I'm more than welcome to help him out.
Most Black members of historically white Greek life are some of the only close Black friends that these people have. And so instead of seeing us as an activist or as a socially conscious vocal person, they see us as a friend who is expressing the pain and hurt that they've experienced.
It is hard to make these to change the status quo and change the traditional mindset that UVA has. But I feel like as more and more of these racist incidents occur, it enlightens more people and makes it more aware of the things that we have to change. It only goes so far when we make when we make the proposals, or when we make the statements to call out against systemic racism or just racial biases. But if these fraternities themselves I guess internally look at it and then find out their ways that they could resolve it themselves, I feel like that could go a long way.
I found a lot of encouragement in creating a group of Black members of traditionally white sororities and fraternities, because it's very cathartic. We have a space now where we can say things that we've experienced and everyone's like, oh yeah, no, me too.
Black members of these organizations say their peers have failed to support them in the past. They have come together to demand change moving forward in the Greek community. Heather Thomas, WUVA News.